All right, here we are again. Let's go. I'm the idiot. Hello, guys and ladies. I think that was the spiel I decided on. Welcome back to Trespasser. We are just getting to the part of the level we like to refer to as industrial. Oh my god, I already can't talk. Industrial Jungle 3. We generally, us people who are in the know, in the trade of Trespasser, if you will, the modding community, we refer to this area here, this big valley, as Industrial Jungle Part 3, IJ3 for short. The valley and the lake are Industrial Jungle 2, and the gorge is Industrial Jungle Run 1. Jungle Run. Oh my god, did anyone ever watch that show as a kid? Oh, that's bringing back the memories. But in any case, if I can just avoid dying of indigestion here, let's proceed. So how are we going to get down from here? Well, the only way we can. We're going to jump. Let's see if we die. Sometimes we do. We did not. Although we took full damage. So this is actually really interestingly scripted. So the game will kill you, obviously, if you fall from a height. We do have fall damage present in this game, as you saw in episode 1. And it also kills you if you land in water, no matter how deep, because water is treated as almost like a flat surface that you're walking on. It's really strange. And the terrain underneath the water actually dictates whether you can swim in the water. So if the terrain under the water is too steep, you just straight up can't walk on it or like swim in the water, even though you're not touching it. It's very strange. I actually just learned that recently. We're still learning things about this game. This is a 1998 game, and here we are, 2025. And we're still learning. By the way, beautiful water effects in this game. I didn't mention that earlier. You saw the pool, actually, in Jungle Road glitching out, but great water in this game. And CE adds, Custom Edition, adds this cool refraction effect. And now you can see the water starting to bug out. It's turning into like a, like the bottom of like a shoe or something, like a cleat. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going. This part right down here, we're going to meet our last, is it the last new dinosaur? I think so. Our last friend of the game. Albertosaurus. Not from any of the movies, not from the books, from what I remember. But this guy's really cool.
Half a clip.
Let's see if we can gun him down with this Browning machine gun. You have to, the way this thing aims is like absolutely horrible. I am like desperately like rotating my arm right now. Most people give up on this thing. I'm trying. I probably should have given up by now. But oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, no, fuck
It's half
this.
gone.
You can kill the Albertosaurus. He has a lot of health. Usually he eats the Parasaurolophus here, but they're just kind of vibing all together, so I'll let them chill. Carry on my adventure. Industrial Jungle 3 actually is one of the few areas from the early versions of the game which wasn't changed that heavily. There's some modifications. The textures are different. There's less trees and so on and so on. They removed a lot of the trees in later versions, probably to save frame rate, because this game apparently performed like complete shit on operating systems of the time, which makes sense because, I mean, look at this giant outdoor environment.
The jungle canopy hung over us. There was an utter silence. Far away, I could hear a Jeep engine idling.
Yeah, I mean, these environments are, even to this day, honestly, like, I find this game very impressive, and some of the environments it can handle are like, pretty fascinating, really, for 1998. Like, what else really looks like this in 98? I think the year before is Zelda Ocarina of Time. And you just think about, like, how barren the Hyrule Field is in that game. Like, it's a huge space, but there's, like, 3 trees in the entirety of Hyrule, apparently. So, you know, that's obvious. That obviously opens up some logistical problems for the people of Hyrule. That's right, there's an invisible wall here. If there was not an invisible wall, you see up there's this black rectangle. That is a reference, that's an Easter egg. It's a reference to the movie, can't remember what year that is, but 2001, A Space Odyssey. The movie's not from 2001. It's like the movie is titled that, for those of you who don't know what that is. And it's a monolith. If you touch it, it plays some music from the movie, which we're not going to play, so I don't get my video taken down. Not that it's, you know, probably going to last very long anyway, considering the absolutely filthy language I'm using right now. Language such as Odyssey and you know, foul words, probably prone to censorship these days. But let's keep going. That's the Crash Smuggler plane, which I'm just like blatantly ignoring. It's another kind of cool thing. Actually, let's head over there. We'll take a quick look at it. Big backstory on this airplane, actually. this plane was moved from its original location in the game. It was originally present in a level called Plains, which is just non-existent. That's I think one of the only levels we don't have. The modding community has not unearthed. Plains, which would have come after town but before Pine Valley, and it was obviously meant to be a big open space, and there was going to be like a radio tower. The dam that we'll see in the next level would have been present. The goal would have been to kill a boss dinosaur. I don't know if it was meant to be an Albertosaurus or a raptor or a Rex or whatever. And steal his radio collar, which he would have had on him, which would have given you a battery to open a gate, and you would have been able to proceed to the dam from there. But unfortunately, that level is completely lost, which is a shame because I'd like to see it. You know, there have been fan recreations of it over time. I don't know if we've ever finished one. I think there's one being worked on right now. Yeah, Plains is unfortunately lost, unlike Plantation House and Pine Valley. I know the later levels, Pine Valley, which is one of the missing levels, and Lab were originally divided into a level called Shore, which would have been...
the first Raptor on April 22nd, 1985. It wandered back and forth near the wall for 4 minutes and 22 seconds before hearing a noise, which drew it further off into the brush. By 1987, the first of them had reached full size. The ecosystem of another era began to reassert itself.
Well, Hammond cut me off, and I've lost my train of thought. But he did kind of bring up an interesting thing there. He gave some dates for our game.
The forest,
oh my God, John!
The mountain, 3 raptor tribes.
Yada yada yada, huh?
Albertosaurs and 7 T-Rex chose their dominions. Uneasy borders drawn around forest, ridges, and ponds.
I was going to say that Hammond brought up, said some interesting stuff there. That
not all the original species survived.
Okay, it's not that interesting, John. You can please stop. What I was going to say is that Hammond brings up. That's actually kind of cool too. That's the sound. One of those sound effects there is the Pachycephalosaurus from Lost World. But Hammond's bringing up some dates there. I think he said 1985 was the insemination of an ovum. The insemination, ooh, getting a little frisky. And then 1987 was when they released the first Raptor. So the date that Jurassic Park, the movie, takes place in this game's universe is actually, I believe, August 22nd, 1989. Whereas the movie is 1993, as evidenced by the 1992 Ford Explorers that are in the movie, at bare minimum. But this movie actually uses the book's timeline, the novel, for the events of Jurassic Park. Lost World, it goes with the movie, which takes place in 97.
Coffee, air conditioning, almost there.
So it does have its own sort of lore. It would be interesting almost to sort of splice Hammond's dialogue together, maybe see if somebody could reword his lines so that he actually says what the movie's dates are, so it fits properly into the movies, and then this would be canon, in my opinion. And that would make me very happy, because this game, honestly, it gets a bad rap. I make fun of it constantly, but at the end of the day, this movie is really like a long-lost Jurassic Park sequel. It gives some backstory that is just really never given in the movies or books. But anyway, here we are at the end of Industrial Jungle. I probably didn't talk about anything of value there, but I was going to. But let's proceed. I think I've got time. Let me look at my timer. Okay, the timer didn't work, so let's just keep going. Let's proceed to the next level, Town. Alright. InGen Town, level 4, I think. Look at this. Again, like, come on, developers. Like, I know they were under a time crunch, but, like, you couldn't have just moved the pylon forward, like, 5 feet. 5 meters, sorry, I'm in Canada. We don't know about the Imperial system here. So anyway, here we are. Burrows, this is the name of the town in the game here. This is meant to be sort of an amalgamation of an early rendition of the town from one of Spielberg's storyboards, which was actually built into a really, really cool model. Miniature model.
Looks like that's still active.
I might be able to find a screenshot of that and share that in the video, again, if I can remember. Here we have a interesting little password, but I'll finish my thought that the town in this game is an amalgamation of an early concept of the town and of the finale for Lost World where they're in the village, and what is seen in the movie, the couple of buildings. One of the buildings I think is missing too. But anyway, let's punch in the passcode here. For those of you who have never played this, this usually takes people forever to figure out. The password is 317618. It says big lie, but you just read it backwards and upside down. I guess that's how you're supposed to know, because it's a lie. 1 7 fuck. Okay. Let's try that again. 3 1 fuck you. Yeah, this is a pain in the ass. This puzzle, if the keypad was a little lower, it wouldn't be so bad, but... Okay, 3, 1, 7, 6, 1, fuck. 3, 1. Okay. Alright, you know what, we're going the other way. Screw this. So there is actually another way into the town. I feel like they probably added this because, like, the developers were trying to do that puzzle right there, over there, and they were just like... Yeah, this is impossible. Let's try this way. I can't remember if this back secret entrance was included in the early developer walkthrough or not. But anyway, we can sneak into the town this way because I'm just too lazy to deal with the proper, quotation marks, proper way of entering the town. So let's sneak through this pipe here. Again, I don't know what this is supposed to be, like a drain pipe or something, but what are we draining? Like, is this a reservoir? Like, were people drinking from this? Because I hope not, because they would have died. Not that they could have, because this giant pipe was here, so yeah, I don't really know what's going on there, but... Alright, here we are. Burrows, the town. Holy shit.
8 left. 7, 5, 3.
Excuse me. The town. This is a fantastic level as well. A lot of raptors, a lot of cool stuff.
Can with a string?
No cans with strings, actually, unfortunately, for Miss Anne here. Let's pick up this ball. Let's take a shot. Line up. Let's try from the three-point line, shall we? Alright, and... Boom! I guess that's 3 points.
3 left.
I don't know, I don't watch basketball.
2.
I do watch football. But there is no football field in the game here. Football is in like American football or Canadian football, whatever you want to call it. The one where they throw the ball and it's like an egg shape, you know. They don't like they kick the ball, but like not really. So I don't know why it's called football. It was gridiron football, but they play with the pig skin and all that. You know the drill. If you don't know what I'm talking about, like you're from somewhere where they don't call it football, but they call it like they call soccer and football. I don't know what I'm getting at, but either way, calling it a pig skin is probably going to throw you off a bit. So yes, we throw the skin of a dead pig at each other. That's how football works, right? Anyway, just going to hide in this little house here for a second to let this guy glitch himself out. All right, he's glitching enough. Let's go this way. So the whole point of this level is you're trying to sort of solve not solve any puzzles, honestly. You just kind of it's like a key card hunt. They did have plans for some puzzles in this town, but I guess they just gave up on that. There's a fun one over once we get to Hammond's house, that mansion over there. There's kind of a fun little one there that most people again probably solve just by wandering. But anyway, here's the town hall, the church. I wonder if it's meant to be non-denominational. I don't know. It's interesting. A lot of things are interesting. I've noticed I say the word interesting a lot. Manager's office hours, Monday to Friday. I've had what's the thing from Snakes on a Plane, the TV edit where he says, "Enough is enough. I've had it with these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane." That one, right? If you've never seen that, it's an edit of the movie Snakes on a Plane. They had to trim it down for TV. So the original line is obviously "motherfucking snakes on motherfucking plane." Classic line right there. The movie sucks, by the way. But that is a
6
classic
rounds.
right there. That's one of my favorite kind of call-outs. Not like a shout-out, but a call-out. A shout-out for you youngins here. Another cool piece of information, actually, Trespasser information, getting back on track. This little thing here has been speculated. I'm not sure if we know for sure or not, but have been speculated this was meant to actually be a raptor nest dug in the floor here. Again, don't take that for fact. Check your facts first. Don't just listen to me, because I like to spew bullshit. But yeah, we've talked about this potentially being a raptor nest in the past, this little hole here. Or it was also, I know at one point the developers had a promotional screenshot where there's a tree growing through the floor and up through there, so that might also be it. But anyway, yeah, no, there's a lot of cool stuff here. The town actually is pretty unmodified from its early version.
4.
This is the tranquilizer pistol, by the way. Look at that. Now he's sleeping. This is how the game does sleeping. Apparently I knocked him unconscious with that. Now he's just going to stand here and, like, T-pose. Like, I can go and, like, push him around. I've always thought that was kind of, like, funny, but I guess they couldn't figure out how to just make his legs bend. Which is weird, because when they die, their legs bend, so it wouldn't have been that much harder, but I digress. The town was modified a bit. There's some changes. The sidewalks were once 3D. You can kind of tell because the lamp posts, there's a lot of concrete at the bottom. The sidewalks were 3D at one point. That giant ridge over there, that really long grassy ridge, there's a whole bunch of trees, like 3D trees on top of it, unlike the 2D billboard trees you're seeing everywhere that kind of rotate to face you in the distance. That ridge was originally non-existent. It went way further back, and there was another gate that would have been down the road that's over there. And that actually would have led to the plains level. We think. We don't really know. We don't know which gate she was meant to exit, because the developers apparently didn't know either, so... there's a lot of the developers just, like, were probably gonna, like, I'll figure that out later, and they just never did. Anyway, we're gonna run away, because there is a velociraptor chasing me. Push this door down here. Let's say thank you for your patronage. Nice. Okay. Here we go. Here's another little Easter egg. I forgot about this, actually. This right here, it's kind of hard to make out, but there's a couple of pictures of a house. There's like this red thing, and then there's some lightning and a pink thing, and then some more lightning. That is a passcode you can type in on a computer in the operations center, which we'll get to in a minute. And it opens up some like weird like BIOS thing. I can't remember exactly what it is, but if you have this game, if you like this game, punch that in. Try this Easter egg out for yourself, and go check out the Op Center computer, which we will see in a second as we enter the InGen Operations Center here. I'm being chased. I might jump away. I'm thinking about it. I'm dying. When did I last save? I don't know. I'm going to save. We're going to deep that guy out. Jump up here. Dinosaurs can't really pathfind too well on buildings. They struggle with the physics because, again, like I said, every object is made of rectangles.
After itself, the facility reverts to minimal power, chiefly battery-powered security systems. It can sustain itself almost indefinitely.
Yeah, every object's made out of rectangles, including the dinosaurs' feet. So they struggle to... The rectangles don't like when rectangles intersect with other rectangles. So, rectangle, rectangle, rectangle. We're going to summon the rectangle demon if we keep saying the word rectangle. But yeah, dinosaurs really don't like walking on physics objects, and this whole building is made of physics objects. So yeah, he's probably not going to be able to catch us. I love this mural too. I believe this is actually was painted pre-Lost World. I'm not sure, and it was put into the Op Center in the movie. Really nice piece of art there. We got our public notice here. I like how John Hammond. This is presumably written by Hammond or someone, and he's already calling out Dennis Nedry. He's like, listen, pal, like, you know, you're good at programming computers, but like, fuck you. Is basically what Hammond's saying. You know, Nedry in the movie really like, you know, I kind of see where he's coming from, right? Like Hammond's, you know, supposedly not paying him very much. We don't really know the backstory of it.
Hasn't been used.
Hammond's kind of ripping him off for his work, and he's working, I guess, long hours. Like, how are they getting to the island? Are they taking a helicopter there every day? Are they taking a ship? Are they flying in? I guess not, because I believe there's here's
no
our radio.
No phone, no satellite.
I believe this is a deleted...
That's it, I'm dead.
A deleted piece of dialogue from the movie, which says that Hammond mentions that they're working on building an airstrip on Isla Nublar. Here we have the computer I'm talking about. So again, if you're interested, if you want to punch in that passcode, again, it's in the bathroom, behind the toilet. Yeah, here is what we need, though. This is the computer. This is going to allow us to open the gate to Dr. Wu's house, which is right there, Henry Wu, as we know. It says right there. We have the key card for this room, which you saw me pick up in the operations center.
Feels full.
You can also sneak in through the ceiling gaps. Most people don't know this, but you can jump on the helipad at the back of the building and fall through the ceiling here. Anyway, we'll push this button here. Boop, and now the gate opens up. Boop, beep, boop. Beep, boop, boop, bop, boop, boop, bop. Huh? You guys know that reference? Probably not. Or probably, I don't know. SpongeBob is still popular. Yeah, I'm a robot, by the way. Anyway.
As I write this, tiles are cracking, smeared with windblown dirt and animal tracks. Thick tree roots are pushing up through the asphalt. The island settles itself, beginning to erase all trace of us.
I actually love Hammond's dialogue, especially in this level. Like, you know, that's a very melancholy statement. Here I am, I'm sounding all like, edgy and stuff. Like, oh yeah, it's so deep, you know. Oh, like, okay, that was way more. Okay, just ignore what I just said. Don't play that back. Do not show that to anybody, please. If you're listening to this at home with headphones off, like, I'm so sorry. But I was getting a little throaty there. I was trying to be like a goth kid from South Park or whatever, but it just turned sexual, and I'm very sorry. 1 second, actually. Again, I forgot to set my timer. Let me check my time.
Feels full.
Okay, so I got a couple of minutes. We're past 20, so I think we're gonna go to Dr. Wu's house, and we're gonna pause for this episode. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this episode. There's been a lot of ranting as usual. Hopefully you guys learned something here. Again, I'm trying to make this a little bit educational, but at the same time, I'm just bad at that. Even though I'm currently in school, adult school, to not that kind of adult school. I'm in school right now to become a professor, actually, of history. So you can already see how poorly I'm going to do in that. But you know, I'm gonna go with it anyway. So. Here's Dr. Wu's house. We're going to take a little break here, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye. Sorry, that was really bad. That was a very YouTuber thing, and I'm just not. That's just not me. This is my normal voice. I know I sound like I'm doing a radio voice, but I'm not. But anyway, ciao.